Welcome back to another video by myself, Beach ASMR. I really hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, study session, whatever it is, whatever time it is. I really hope you're doing alright. In today's video, we're going to have a little look at this Lonely Planet Sweden book that I got from the library. But more, I wanted to have a look at Malmo. So I've got my page mark from one of my drawings, and I thought together we could have a bit of a look at Malmo as an area, as a city. I don't know anything about it, so I thought maybe we could learn together. Okay. Well, let's get straight into it, I guess. So, Malmo and the South, where medieval meets modern. You see the beautiful, that Nordic style building. This is Strotuget in Malmö. Isn't that beautiful? So, once part of Denmark, this southern swath of fertile land, dotted with medieval towns and cities, is now one of Sweden's most cherished and visited regions. So we're looking at this very southern tip of Sweden, in Malmo specifically, is what we're looking at. So the main areas in the south, we have Malmo, which is a modern city with a historical heart. Lund, university town with a medieval centre. And Ystad, I hope I'm saying that okay. We're going to be looking at Malmo. Malmo? I'm just going to say Malmo because that's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's got the umlaut, so I don't know, it might be different, but Malmo, we'll call it Malmo. Okay, I really apologise if that's wrong, which it probably is. So, we've got another map here. Oh no, pen will do it, I have a pointer. So, we've got all of the south, this purple area here. Copenhagen and Denmark off to the side. But we're really focusing on Malmo, which is this area here, and you can see it really is super close to Copenhagen. I've been to Copenhagen, and I do seem to remember you could get a train to Malmo. So there must be like a bridge or something, or a road or a tunnel here. There's something it says, I can't quite read that from here. What's it say? Let's have a look. Pebberholm, is that the bridge maybe? Here we go. Trains are efficient and link most of the larger cities and towns in the Skåne and Blekinge. The Oresund train connects Copenhagen and Denmark with Malmo, Lund, and points further north in the east. The Österlund line links Ystad and Simrishamn. Nice. So we're looking at this area here. Malmo. Right in the tip. Okay. The past 2 decades have been an exciting time for Sweden's fastest growing metropolis. The establishment of Malmö University and construction of the Oresund Bridge have totally reinvigorated the city, linking it with Copenhagen and by extension the rest of Europe, after struggling to adapt to post-industrialization when its shipyards closed in the 1980s. Malmö is now home to thriving biotech, IT, and design sectors. Many other industries, IKEA among them, are moving their headquarters here, lured by the city's mild weather, youthful and diverse population, focus on innovation, and proximity to Denmark. All of this makes Malmö a great destination to visit. Respect for the city's rich-built heritage goes hand in hand with socially progressive and sustainable planning, making exploration of the city centre and surrounding neighbourhoods highly rewarding. So too is immersion in the local culture and food scenes, among the most impressive in Sweden, which reflect the fact that the local population is drawn from 179 nationalities. Wow. So we have here, looks like a map of the centre of Malmö and some of the different areas. So we've got the kind of the centre here, Gamla Staden. We have Davids Hall, Radmansvangen, Västra Sorgenfri, and Lugnet and Kronborg. Again, and Gamla Staden. Again, I'm really sorry if any of these pronunciations are off, which they will be. I'm saying this for the first time as well as you. So look at Malmö's town square. Located directly south of Central Station, Storfaget is lined with historically significant buildings and is an excellent starting point to explore Gamla Staden, which is the old town. So this area here is the old town of Malmo. And here we've got some cafe recommendations and telling us about the historic centre. Okay. So we got some stuff about the Hanseatic League. This is the Apoteket Legionet. Lions Pharmacy. The city's oldest pharmacy. Okay. And it tells you some different things you can do with the art spaces and where to stay and a local guide. This is quite a good book. Hey, I might have to read this. So what else has Malmö got to offer? Churches, saunas, and architecture as well. Where to shop and the turning torso. Okay. Known as the turning torso, this mixed-use twisting residential tower in the Västra Hamnen Western Harbour district was conceived as a freestanding sculpture and was the tallest building in Scandinavia when it was constructed. That's so cool. It does twist, doesn't it? So it tells us all the different bakeries we can go to, museums, Malmö Museum, the Fika phenomenon. Okay. In Sweden, drinking copious cups of coffee is a given, and when coffee is drunk, it's often during the ritual known as Fika, broadly defined as a short coffee break taken with friends, family, or work colleagues in the morning or afternoon. It's a welcome respite from the working day and a much loved element of the local lifestyle. Coffee is usually accompanied by something sweet. Let's try these pronunciations. We've got canobula, cinnamon buns, cardamomabula, cardamom buns, or chocolate bulla, chocolate balls covered in desiccated coconut. Yum. Smakokor, shortbread cookies, and vaniljaten, which is a custard-filled shortbread, and these are all popular treats. Maybe a fika sounds really nice. I might need to have a fika at some point. And then we move away from Malmo. So let's go back and look over some of those things. Getting around. We'll work our way backwards. A compact city centre, flat terrain, and well-maintained roads, bike paths, and sidewalks mean that Malmo is best explored by foot or by bicycle. The local bike rental scheme, Malmo by Bike, is easy to use with stations across the city. 24 and 72-hour subscriptions are available. Alternatively, bikes, scooters, and helmets for both adults and children can be rented at Travel Shop on Central Plan in front of Central Station. That's really quite cool, so it's very much a travelable city from the sounds of it. So that's Gamla Stadion. Stuttgart is number 15. So it's right here. This is like the center of Old Town with the historically significant buildings. It's like along here. So the pharmacy, Apotheket Leonet. It's right here, really quite close to the Old Town. What else have we got? Pedal boat. You can do pedal boating, I guess, along the river would be really nice, hey? Here's some of your bars. So, what about the cafes? We'll do cafes and bars. So we have, first, Lila Keferosteriet, occupying an atmospheric 17th century house. This cafe is known for freshly roasted and brewed coffee. I like my coffee, that sounds great. Solde Kafferostery. This cute David's Hall coffee bar expertly roasts beans sourced directly from growers. Patisserie David. This courtyard seating at this French-style patisserie located in the historic St. Gertrude Court is delightful. And then Yakna coffee bar, housed in a software startup studio. This is weekday only. Okay. So Gamla Staden is the center. Let's read a bit of this. Locals refer to the centre of Malmo as Gamla Staden, and they flock to its cobbled streets to socialise and shop, incorporating 3 historic market squares, Stortorget, Lilla Torget, and Gustav Adolfs Torg. Its attractive buildings, compact nature, and lack of car traffic make a delightful pocket to explore on foot or bicycle. When wandering the streets, you will see many charming half-timbered houses, the dominant building style in medieval times. These buildings have external and internal frames and other load-bearing elements, are filled with materials such as brick or plaster. The oldest half-timbered house in the city is Thotska Huset, on the corner of Ostergaten and Holmlegaten, and other notable examples include the buildings in St. Gertrude Quarter, a courtyard complex at Ostergaten 7B. Threatened with demolition in the 1960s, three historic manor houses in this complex were saved from a possible demolition, when the city of Malmo acquired and renovated them. The quarter now houses a restaurant, bakery, wine bar, and boutiques. Other pretty buildings can be found in nearby streets. Dating from 1590, pretty Lilla Torget is the epicenter of Malmö's eating and drinking scene. That's really quite cool. So look here. Afternoons on the water. You can navigate the city by pedal boat, which might be nice in a more mild climate. In summer, a flotilla of jaunty pedal boats takes to the waters of the canals and that wind their way through Malmö's historical centre and the Västra Hamnen district. Available for afternoon rentals in the Tramförtana Malmo kiosk in Royal Wallenberg's Park near Gustav Adolfs Torg. These easy-to-propel boats can take up to 4 passengers and are offered on a first-come, first-served basis between late April and early September. This is a wonderful way to take in the city sights such as Kungsparken, the Slot, and the historic Kyrkogården abutting Gustav Adolfs Torg. Let's look at where to eat in Malmo. Here we go. So we have Lyren, a small restaurant in Möllevången using local produce. Over here we have Marlon's Falafel, the best place to source the city's favourite fast food snack. Maigul, located in Frihamnen, this vegetarian place is a passion project of 5 locals. I want to read about this. This is the Oresund Bridge. Opened in 2020 after a 5-year construction period, the majestic Oresund Bridge straddles the strait between Denmark and Sweden, connecting the 2 countries. The longest road and rail bridge in Europe. It runs nearly 8 kilometers or 5 miles from the Lanaken south of central Malmö to the artificial island of Pebberholm in the middle of the strait. From Pebberholm, a 4 kilometer or 2.5 mile tunnel takes traffic to Kastrup on Denmark's Amager Island, where Copenhagen's airport is located. Since the bridge opened, many Danes have relocated from Copenhagen to Malmö, attracted by its considerably lower accommodation costs and the fact that the train commute between the city and central Copenhagen is less than 30 minutes. That is crazy. We go back to the map. So Malmö to central Copenhagen by train is under 30 minutes. That's brilliant. That is really quite amazing for them, hey? What a great way to connect the 2 countries. I feel like we've learnt a good amount there about Malmö. Maybe in the summer next year I might see if I can wiggle my way there. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there. We've had a nice explore. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending your time to relax and watch this video. And I truly hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening study session, whatever it is you might be doing. That's all from me today. Bye bye.